beautiful people, and welcome to another piano lesson. And so today I'll be talking on quadrats or 7 chords. That is, we are doing a continuation of type of chords and chord formation. So what are quadrats or 7 chords in the first place? These are chords that involve the combination of 4 notes, okay? These are chords that involve the combination of 4 notes. These chords are more complicated than the triad we saw in our last lesson because of an extra note, that is the 4th note that is being added to a reason why it's called quadad. They are formed by simply extending the triad by another third. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's say if we are play our C major, this is a triad, so we count another third. Third means we count two notes in front in that scale. So if you count 2 notes, 1, 2, this gives us already a 7 chord. In this case, C major 7 chord. Okay, we'll get to understand that more better. The reason why they call it 7 chord as well is because if you count our notes here in maybe C major scale, 1, let's say C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's because the 4th note is a 7 note. Yeah, it says it's on the 7. That's why they also call the chord is 7 chord as well. So these chords are widely used across all genres of music, but most especially in blues and jazz. So there are many types of quadad, and so I'm going to explain it detailedly to you in this lesson. So the first type of quadad is the major 7. So the major 7 is simply obtained from the major triad by simply extending the triad by another third. What do I mean by that? Let's take for example C major triad. Okay, we simply extend the triad by playing another third. Playing another third, like I did explain, just going up 2 notes, 1, 2. So this gives us a major 7 chord. Okay, so the intervals here are, we have the root, we have the major third, the perfect fifth, and the major 7. Yes, so we'll be taking C as an example in most cases. So the chord formula is 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so in the case of C major 7 chord, yes, or simply C capital M7. That's how we write it. We have the notes are C, E, G, and B. Okay, so the second type of major of a quadad is the minor 7 chord. So it's simply formed from the major 7 chord. Okay, what we do is we play the major 7 chord. These are major 7 chord, and we flatten the third and we flatten the 7. Okay, this gives us our minor 7 chord. Okay, so the intervals here are, we have the root, the minor third, the perfect fifth, and we have the minor 7. Okay, so the chord formula here is 1, B3 means flatten 3, then we have the fifth and flatten 7. That's the chord formula. So in the case of C, okay, that's key C, C minor 7, or simply C lowercase m7, the notes are C, E flat, G, and B flat. Okay, so the third type of quadad is the dominant 7 chord. So this type is still formed from the major 7. So we simply play our major 7 chord. Okay, we flatten. So what we do now here, we flatten just the 7. Okay, flatten means we go down. Okay, this is it, 7, we go down. Okay, so this gives us our dominant 7 chord. So the intervals here are the root, major third, perfect fifth, and minor 7. Okay, so in the case of C dominant or simply C7, it's usually written, the notes are C, E, G, and B flat. Okay, so that's our dominant 7 chord. So we have the fourth type of quadad, which is the minor 7 flattened fifth, which is simply written by as minor 7 B5. This name may seem scary, but it's actually just a minor 7 chord with a flattened fifth. Okay, a minor 7 chord. This is how we play. This is our minor as we play. Okay, these are minor 7. So a flattened fifth now means this is our fifth. So this is our fifth. So we need to flatten it. Okay, so this is how it's been formed. That's all. So the intervals here are, we have the root, minor third, diminished fifth or tritone or augmented fourth. Okay, then we have the minor 7. The chord formula here is simply 1 B3, that's flatten 3, flatten 5, that's B5, and flatten 7 B5. So in the case of C minor 7 flattened fifth, the notes are C, E flat, G flat, and B flat. So that's it, guys. So the fifth type of quadad chord is the diminished 7 chord. It is also known as the symmetrical chord. They are formed from the major 7 chord. So we play the major 7 chord. These are major 7 chord. Now we flatten the third, we flatten the fifth, and we double flatten the 7. So this is our 7. Double flatten means we go down to 2 semitones. So this 1, 2. Okay, so this is it. So that's what is meant by double flatten. And so the chord formula here is 1, B3, B5, and double B7. Okay, double B7. And double B7 here, it simply means that it's flattened 7 twice, which it's the same as the sixth scale degree in practice. Yeah. So the intervals here, we have the root, we have the minor third, we have the diminished fifth, and we have the major sixth. Yeah. So those are the intervals. And so in the case of C diminished 7, the notes here are C, E flat, G flat, and A. Okay. So the sixth type of quadad is the major sixth. These chords have a cool and distinctive sound and are used commonly in jazz and occasionally in some other genres of music. They can be used to spice up a regular triad or substitute the major 7 chord. So the intervals here are the root, the major third, the perfect fifth, and the major sixth. Okay, these are major sixth. So that's it. In the case of C major 6 or simply C6 as it's been written, the notes are C, E, G, and A. The last type of quadad chord is the minor 6. It is derived from the major 6 by simply flattening the third. These are major 6, so we simply flatten the third. So the intervals here are the root, minor third, perfect fifth, and major 6. So in the case of C minor 6 or C lowercase m 6, the notes are C, E flat, G, and A. So on the table that I'm going to show you on the screen, I've summarized all what I've been explaining throughout this video. That is the type of chords, their formulas, and their corresponding notes in key C. Okay, don't bother. I'm gonna do a lesson that will make you to understand how to apply all this in all the keys. Okay, also have complexity of extended chords such as the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th chord, but we are going to see these ones in our future, okay, lesson, not now. Okay, so thank you guys and see you in our next lesson.